Welcome back to All That Media, episode 2 of Pack of the Net. In this episode, we'll be discussing the FA Cup semi-final results. Man City beating Southampton and Chelsea beating Leeds, which sets up that final. Also looking at massive wins for each: Forest, West Ham and Tottenham. Obviously Leeds grabbing a point as well makes it a bit more exciting, but we'll be looking at a bit of bad form for Newcastle. That needs to be looked at as well. I watch True Geordie podcast, and he's woke me up to do a bit of research on Newcastle, and it's not good watching. So if you want any Newcastle news, obviously head to True Geordie. He's got some good content on there. Also, we'll be checking out the Super 6 results between us and the AI to see who won this week. And so let's crack on with it. So FA Cup semi-final results: Man City beat Southampton 1-0 and Chelsea beat Leeds 1-0. If we look at Man City first, it was a dominant performance from Man City. However, the scoreline certainly didn't back that up. Southampton took the lead with an absolute wonder strike in the 79th minute, and it was looking like a snatch and grab type thing from Southampton, but Man City managed to turn it around quickly and grab a latish winner, which obviously took them to the final. But a good account from Southampton, despite the number of shots Man City had, but quite resilient. So I'm looking forward to seeing maybe them come up this season from the Championship, whether that be via the playoff or automatic. They are a very, very good squad, very good form as well, and I think they could do a same thing as maybe Sunderland done this year. But yeah, that took Man City into the final. Yet another final. They're still on for a domestic treble, believe it or not. So that's Man City. That's probably the better game out of the two. Chelsea Leeds was a bit of a poor game. Chelsea got the lead in the 23rd minute. It was very much Chelsea first half. Leeds did turn it up a bit in the second half. Chelsea took the foot off and held on for the win, but it was a very, very poor game overall. Let's just hope that the final's a cracker, but I can't see anything but a Man City win. Man City is dominant. Chelsea aren't the best, although now that Machini's gone, you saw the players turn up in that first half, what they haven't been doing in the past 5 or 6 games. So should be a good final, but yeah, I think Man City will win that one. In the Premier League, the relegation fight took another twist and turn, but overall it ended up as you were really. Forest destroying Sunderland with that emphatic win. They've scored a lot of goals in the last few games, Forest, which has obviously helped their goal difference as well. So they're in a better position. You could arguably give them another point there. Obviously West Ham grabbed that late winner against Everton when it looked like Spurs were going to jump them out of the relegation zone with their 1-0 win at Wolves. But they had to be on it at Tottenham, because Wolves could have easily won the game. It was a very, very poor performance on both sides. But Tottenham grabbed the win. But arguably it's one less game down, same points behind, and more injuries to Simmons, and it's not looking good for Spurs at all. But we've obviously covered that already. We're not going to go over that too much. I'm sure everyone will be talking about Tottenham again, but we're confident that Spurs will probably go down now. The games are running out. They have also Leeds to play. They have a Chelsea, obviously a London derby to play, under new management. So very, very tough running. So wins for every single team more or less. So it's literally that win for Spurs. They could celebrate it, but they couldn't really celebrate it, if you know what I mean. But a good job they did win away, so they'll be 5 points behind. Luckily it's still 2, so just one win will be enough to call them out of the bottom 3 should West Ham not win. A team that's looking like they could get maybe dragged into it. I think they've got enough points on the board already, but should the team at the bottom win like they have been, a team like Newcastle, they're not looking great at all. As I said at the start of the episode, True Geordie covers Newcastle, obviously, being a fan himself, and I need to look into as to why he was so negative towards them, being his own club. But when you look into the things, it doesn't make good reading at all. I've compiled a little table for you here, so let's take a look. As you can see, it's a slow decline for Newcastle. Not good reading for fans at all, and with the teams below them picking up points and fast, there could be a situation where Newcastle may get pulled into it, but that would make it the highest points tally for relegated side ever. So I don't see that happening. But if Newcastle don't win another game and the teams below them win, we could be looking at a right mess for Newcastle anyway. They got some good individual players, but I think I agree with a lot of people that I think Eddie Howe probably needs a new project. The players they brought in have not been the best, or haven't given their all at least. And as you can see, their decline has slowly gone from probably pushing Champions League, European spots, to just floating around. And I'm sure they'd be glad to see the end of the season now, because if we had, say, 6 or 7 games left to play, they could see themselves in that fight for relegation. But I think the game to run out before they get put in that situation. But who knows? The teams below them are picking up points and fast. So that's Newcastle covered. If we look now to our Super 6 with AI versus the pack, we actually did a lot better this weekend. But late goals from Liverpool, which turned the 2-1 into 3-1. We had the West Ham Everton 1-1. Obviously, that was late winner for West Ham. Dropped us points there. We had a 3-1 Man City. It could have easily been 3-1. They could have at least scored another goal. So again, one more point there. These let us down massively. I thought they'd go win, but obviously they lost. But neither of us got points there. Arsenal scraped the 1-0. They could have easily had the 2, I think. So again, one goal there. And we had Tottenham bang on to stay. Obviously, the AI was never going to have Tottenham to win, because the stats will be completely against that. They haven't won since December. But I felt they had enough to at least beat the bottom side. And they did on the day. But that could have easily swayed to a Wolves win. But we're back, so this round we won 11-6. As you can see here, we got 11, they got 6 this week, which totals up to these figures. We are slowly catching up. We definitely needed that. 23 points for the AI, and 21 for us, so only 2 points behind now. That was massive for us. But we'll come back on Friday and do the next Super 6 as there are no midweek fixtures this week. So those games will be Newcastle, Brighton, Wolves, Sunderland, Brentford, West Ham, Arsenal, Fulham, Bournemouth, Palace, and probably the biggest game of the weekend, Man United, Liverpool. Not that there's much riding on that, but Liverpool need to win to push for their Champions League spot. So that's just another quick episode. We are looking to do more segments for this. Like I say, we're gonna start doing our short quizzes. That'll be on a Tuesday going forward. We're gonna do some competitions. We've got the World Cup coming up, so we'll be discussing the England squad and who we put forward for that. We've got the playoffs of the Championship, League One, League Two, which we'll cover. Obviously, keep an eye on the relegation battles. Any gossip about summer transfers, things like that, and just enjoy all the content that's to follow. So do the usual, like, subscribe, get out there, and again, if you're from Guernsey, we are on the lookout for people to come and join us. This is currently doing the pod from home. However, we are in talks with looking at a premises to film from. Once we have that up and running, we will be doing more of a panel type show, a bit like your overlap and the club and things like that. So good things to come. But in the meantime, enjoy all the midweek fixtures, all the weekend fixtures, get involved in the Super Six, and we'll see you next week. See you later.